Good evening. Let us welcome the one and only Chairman of Facets Sri Lanka, Mr. Altaf Iqbal. Thank you for sparing your time to have this conversation with me, Zulfia Zainab. Firstly, we would like you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you, Sophia, for accommodating my interview. My name is Altaf Iqbal. I'm the Chairman of Facets for the past 4 years now. And my hometown is Mathale, and I'm from a family. My father also is a gem dealer. My company name is Regal Gems. I have a brother who is also in business with me. It's a family business. It's a 50-year-old company, Regal Gems, and we have been doing business for a long time now.
Okay. For those who don't know, can you please give us an insight of what Facet is and the history of this exhibition?
The first irony of the Facets is it started as a show by some dealer in Bangkok in this very hotel, Oberoi. They had a small show. It was called a Colombo show or Lanka show, something like that. It was in 1990. And then 1991, few of the Facets founding members who are still living, 3 of them, decided that we must have our show of our own. And that's how the first show was held in Hilton, Colombo. And that's how it continued for so many years. Then we ran out of space in Hilton and we moved to BMICH, where we wanted to accommodate the SME sector also. So we were there in BMICH for a long time. And then now we have come back to, as they say, Charlie back to Jetty. They come back to Oberoi. And that's how the journey began of Facets.
Compared to other jewelry exhibitions around the world, what factors make Facets unique?
It's a show from a source country, the oldest source country in the world. We have a history of 2,500 years mining here. We have a documented history of 2,300 years. So what better uniqueness than this compared to other sourcing countries? We are the oldest in terms of gem mining here, and it's a source country show, and everybody looks forward to coming to a source country to buy their purchases.
How has your journey been in organizing this event? How long? And any challenges that you faced?
Huge challenges, I would say. Actually, my journey, I'm in the committee for the past 20 years. I started as a member, and then I gradually took responsibilities in subcommittees. It was, you see, when the Easter bombing hit, after Easter bombing, we did that was my first Facets as a chairman, 2019. 3 months after the Easter bombing, we had our first Facets. 3 or 4 months after. April was Easter bombing, and September we had the Facets. And we got down as a guest of honor Louis Allen, whose wife died in this very same hotel in a bomb blast. And he was his guest of honor, just to build up the image of Sri Lanka and making Sri Lanka open up to the world. We did that. And then COVID hit us. So 3 years we didn't have. It was a very fluid situation. We cannot plan anything. And then the economic crisis and the political crisis hit us. So that was another shocker for us. So then we, as Sri Lanka Gem and Jewelry Association and Facets Organizing Committee, sat together and decided that we should do something for our country. This is one of the positive part of our country, because there are no other international exhibition held so far. And this is the first for 2023. And we did a lot of brainstorming and finally decided that we must go for it. So then we had to convince the National Gem and Jewelry Authority to come as partners. So they paid the venue cost of this place, and we did the other promotion part and the booth, construction, all the other expenses were covered by us. And it was a good partnership. As they say that it's a fine example of a public-private partnership. And the Minister of our subject, Mr. Patirana, helped us a lot, Dr. Ramesh Patirana. We really appreciate his help and support and vision of working with the private sector. And then the Facets Committee, within 3 months, planned this show. And it has been one of the successful shows in the past 30 years. Close to 100 buyers have come from 20 countries, and the turnout has been very good. In fact, the local footfall also is very positive, and we are very encouraged. And next year we'll have a bigger show, maybe in the same venue.
Right. Outside of facets, what initiatives are driven by the SLGJA?
Like SLGJ's main, it's apex body of Sri Lanka Gem and Jewelry Association, and Facets is its promotional arm. We want to, SLGJ looks after the policy, government policy, taxation, all that is looked after by the SLGJ, and membership services. Facets does the promotion of the trade and promotion of the country. We have brought that aspect also back because our country needs that kind of positive image around the world, right? So we did last February, we did a huge event in Dubai at the Expo Sri Lankan stall. We had this 2 days of Sapphire Sri Lanka event there. We took the biggest masterpieces of Sri Lankan sapphires to Expo and displayed in front of the media and the Expo visitors. And then we launched Sapphire Sri Lanka video, which it's on YouTube. We had about 2.5 million hits in there. And then we released 30 seconds of 10 short videos, which is also there, which highlights every aspect of positive image of Sri Lanka in terms of wildlife, beaches, culture, people. So every video has something talking about Sri Lanka, and then we show the sapphire. So that was good. We had done those kind of initiatives. So we are here in the Facets. Our main mandate is to promote the country and the gem trade, and we are willing to do that with the support of the government and the other agencies.
From an industry perspective, how has the recent economic condition impacted the market?
Okay, that was a big roller coaster ride for us. 8 months we had no business. Then the tourists dried up here in Sri Lanka for our jewelers. They had no business for the past 2.5 years. Then we had the political crisis. So it had been a year after year, it had been a bad year from the Easter bombing for Sri Lankans and for the Sri Lankan gem and jewelry trade. A lot of negative image, right? So it was a bad, it was a bad cycle for us. But we never gave up as a Facets committee. We always was thinking about positive ideas. Like we had in the midst of COVID, we had a very successful Zoom seminar, bringing all the buyers in and trying to focus the attention of the world that how the gem and jewelry industry of the world can position itself during the COVID time. So that was a big success. We had about 400 to 500 people coming live on Zoom to listen to our seminar, webinar. It's a webinar. We had speakers from around the world, 5-6 speakers. We had 2 Sri Lankan speakers. So it was to build up the positive image of Sri Lanka and also the gem and jewelry industry. So that was, it's a big cycle we had. And now we took this decision just 3 months ago that we must have the show. And I think we have stood fast and really planned ourselves within this short period of 3 months and done a wonderful job in promoting Sri Lanka and its gem and jewelry industry.
How important is the gem and jewelry industry is making an impact to other country exports?
We have close to, with gem and jewelry and diamonds put together, close to about $400 million. And that's not enough, to be very frank. I think we must do more. Country needs dollars, and we must support the national cause. So we are planning in so many other events to promote the industry, and we as dealers are responsible to make sure the dollars come to the country officially. So we are doing all what we could. But the government also must understand that they also must help us to work together and see that we have no other bottlenecks, obstacles. Ease of exports is very important. So we are working with the government hand in hand to try to see how we can reach the 1 billion mark at least. So we are trying our best to reach the 1 billion mark now. And that will be stage 500 million first and then the billion. And then we'll see from there how it's taken forward.
Great. What trends do you wish to see in the market to enable this level of impact in the next few years?
See, it's a borderless world. Everything is online. Every buyer is closest to you because of all these apps, WeChat, WhatsApp, So we do a lot of transactions through apps now. We show the store to the buyer. I think we have a bright future in terms of our industry. But we must position ourselves properly. We must encourage continuous promotion of the industry and give positive side of Sri Lanka, and that will build our image and our industry.
Although the previous years have been quite silent from a market perspective, are there any industry highlights you wish to reflect on?
Yes, the Sapphire Sri Lanka project was a grand success. The coming of buyers to Sri Lanka, close to 100, is a grand success. And I think the positive feedback we got from the buyers, saying that we have organized it well, and of course, there's room to improve further. But I think everything is positive now, and they came and saw Sri Lanka after 3-4 years, because they were scared to come to Sri Lanka. And they realized that we have more than one swimming pool to swim in.
How is the future of market looking? What are your thoughts on young talents?
It's very sad that the young talent is little demoralized now with the economic situation. I hope they think positively and stick in. This is one of the best countries in the world, I'm telling you. Believe me, there's so much potential. I think if we have the right leaders and right policies, this country will come up fast. It's a beautiful country, it's a unique country, our country. It's a small country. There's so much of richness in it. Culture, heritage, beaches, jungle. It's a God-made country, I would say, and all the good things in it. I hope the government, we have the right government, the right leaders to lead us, no corruption, and I think the youngsters will stay here and actually make the country grow.
On personal level, is there anything you would like to add?
What I like to add is everybody must support Facets, the government, and the dealers, the wholesalers, the jewelers. And Facets is our face to the world. And Facets will bring positiveness in terms of our trade and also about our country, because we always position the country also when you promote Facets. So I'm in the committee. We have a lot of youngsters in the committee, and they'll take over and they'll take Facets to another level. Everybody wants to take it further. And I'm sure that next year's committee and the new chairman will take Facets further, and we'll be there supporting them.
I'm so happy that you came on this show. You have promoted the Sri Lankan gem and jewelry industry to the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today on Jewels of Ceylon.